Hi everyone, I'm Jen and welcome to my brand new cooking channel. This is my very first video and I'm so excited to have you all here with me. We will be making simple, easy recipes that anybody can make without a lot of ingredients. To start things off, today we are making sourdough pretzels, a crowd favorite. Let's get started. So here is everything I need. Got yeast, butter, dry milk, sourdough starter, water, salt, and flour. Super basic ingredients that most of us have in our house all the time. So let's make this happen. Got my bowl, got my measuring cup, and I need 1 cup of starter. I'm gonna dump that right in here. Make sure you get all the starter out of there. Something super important to know when you're doing sourdough, don't ever rinse this all down the drain, okay? Wipe it out with a paper towel the best you can because you don't want it in your drain. It will clog your drain. Next up, we put in 3 cups of flour. You want to use unbleached all-purpose flour. I buy the Walmart stuff or the Kroger stuff, depending on who is the cheapest. And my stuff always turns out the same. I will also have an ingredient list below so that way you can easily see it all. So now we have in here 1 cup of sourdough starter and 3 cups of flour. Next we need 1 tablespoon of butter, 1 entire package of active dry yeast, and we need 3/4 cup of water. Next up is 1/4 cup of this dry milk. Some table salt, just 2 pinches. Alright guys, a final ingredient here is a tablespoon of sugar. Alright, so now we have our sourdough pretzel dough all made up. I have found that using my hands after I've been mixing it for a few minutes works best to get everything really mixed in well. Sometimes mine looks really dry, and sometimes when that happens, I add a little more water. It does stick to your hands too, so again, just make sure you wipe your hands with a wet paper towel or a wet rag before you wash them in the sink, because we don't want all of this sourdough going down your drains and clogging them up. So there we go. Cover it up with a loose towel. And I'm going to let that sit for about 45 minutes to an hour. Alright guys, it's been about an hour, so it's time to roll out this pretzel dough, and I'm going to show you a few secret ingredients that we like to use when I make these pretzels that makes it just a little bit more special. Alright guys, first we have to preheat our oven to 350 degrees. Oh, it looks so beautiful, guys. I'm very excited. These are such a delicious, yummy sourdough treat, and it's one of my favorite ones to whip up quickly. There's not a lot of prep or anything like there are with some other sourdough treats. I personally like to spray the parchment paper that I'm going to roll the dough out on with some of this oil too. It just makes everything way easier. The dough doesn't stick to it. So it's a little tip. I'm going to grab about half of the dough. You can grab all of it if you have a bigger working space. Just like so. As you can see, it's not too thin, it's not too thick. And there is my cookie dough sheet covered with some parchment paper. And we're gonna spray that also. Again, these aren't all necessary. I just do it because it makes cleanup a little bit easier and it makes the pretzels pop off the parchment paper super easy. So I like easy. So here comes the fun part. We're going to do a little bit of fun stuff here, guys, today. So I'm going to make some stuffed pretzels today, and I have some semi-sweet chocolate chips. So we're going to make one batch with the semi-sweet chocolate chips inside of them, and then the next batch is just going to be a regular batch. But I wanted to show you that you can add in different things. We've done peanut butter pretzels, which are super fantastic. We've also done cheese stuffed ones, which have been a big hit, especially when they're warm. So there's lots of fun different ways you can fill these pretzels. What would you fill them with? Give me some other suggestions below, because I love to experiment. You're going to see that a lot. Sometimes I might fail with my experiments, but I'm happy to show you them. So chocolate chips are going to go on some of these after we cut them up. So let's get them cut up. One more thing we need is our brush. I've got a cup. Our extra secret ingredient. We brush the tops of the pretzels with maple syrup water combination. Usually this recipe would tell you to use sugar, but our secret way of doing it is using our homemade maple syrup. So let's get some of this poured in with the water, and once the pretzels are all made, we're going to brush that on. So we get the water. Look at that beautiful syrup. I'm going to stir that up. So I'm going to slice these into strips. And then I go down as well, so I have little squares. So then we have this. Now you don't need very many at all when you stuff these. So these tend to break away pretty easily. Stuff them with some chocolate chips. Pinch it over, and it's okay if they stick out. It makes it so much better, I promise. Alright guys, so I have the pretzels all folded up. They look delicious, don't they, already? And they're not even baked. So next up is that maple syrup water mix I made, which if you don't have maple syrup, go ahead and just use some sugar. Use about a 1/4 cup of sugar to make that mix up with some water. If you don't have maple syrup, but if you do have some maple syrup, I suggest using it. It just gives it a little extra taste. It's going to take about 23 to 30 minutes to cook, depending on your oven. Check them at 23 minutes, which I'm going to do as well. And if they need to cook longer, we're going to let them cook longer. But I'll see you in 30 minutes, all right? Oh yeah, look at that, guys. So they opened up a little more than I intended for them to. But, I mean, I'm still gonna eat them, and I'm sure y'all would still eat them too. Alright guys, batch number 2 is done. Let's check on it. Oh yeah, these look fantastic, guys. Alright guys, look at that. Got the chocolate chip stuffed ones. And then we've got just the regular pretzels. Look at that. Don't they look delicious? They smell delicious. So thanks for tuning in, guys, for my first ever cooking video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that many of you go and make this. If you need some sourdough, go ahead and click on our Shopify link and I can get you some shipped out, and you can be making these in as little as 5 days once you receive your starter. So easy. Anybody can do it. I can do it, so you guys can do it. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and be sure to hit that subscribe button and help me build up this channel. Thanks, guys. All right.
Those look fantastical. I get one right now?
Yep. Said you were the taste tester.